What's happening, Houston? It is time for your May 2024 Houston market real estate update. Let's do it. All right, welcome back. If you have not done so, we would love for you to take a minute, stop what you're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that when we drop videos like this, you're able to get the latest news of what's going on in Houston real estate and all of that. Today, we are talking about what's the market, the real estate market doing in Houston. I'm gonna give you the facts, the numbers, statistics, all the things you need to know right here on this episode of Ryan Real Estate. So first off, let's jump into it. Houston real estate market. Here's what we are looking at. We're gonna basically take April 2023 numbers because they've closed out and April 2024 numbers they've closed out, compare each year, and let's see where we land. Overall, I'd say before I give you the numbers, we're in a much balanced market, meaning you've got a good amount of sellers, good amount of buyers, and we're kind of meeting in the middle. Inventory, we'll get into that in a second, has really helped with that. Okay, first thing, a lot of people want to know, if I'm gonna put my house on the market, how many days does it take to sell? The average days to sell a home has lowered just a slightly bit from last year to this year. It is down to 40 days, which is actually down 9% of where it was last year, meaning that means more homes are getting bought. The average sales price, is it up, is it down? Want to know? Most people think maybe it's probably down. If you read the news, you probably think it's down, but guess what? It is up in Houston 6.8%, bringing that average sales price for April 2024 at $463,472. Homes sold. How many homes are selling year over year? Well, last month there have been 3,841 homes sold, so that's actually down 7.8% of the amount of homes that were sold last year at this time. And then lastly, but not least, is how many homes are actually on the market. Right now in Harris Family Single Family Homes, there's 11,554 homes on the market. That's up 30.4% last year. So quick highlights, less days to sell, prices are going up, but at the same time, less homes are being sold and therefore more inventory is hitting the market. 30.4% more inventory. All right, I'm gonna now get into a more detailed analysis if that's all you needed. Otherwise, let's jump into some more of the details. So sales prices, the great thing, Houston, is sales prices are continuing to increase to be up 6.6%. Most experts were expecting year over year, taking the whole year, we'd be up about 3%. We'll have to get through the whole year to kind of figure that out. But it's very encouraging for a seller, a homeowner that currently has a home. Prices are continuing to rise. For a buyer, that means that you're going to be paying more than you were last year, including those interest rates, and we don't see the prices dropping anytime soon. Other questions I get, where are interest rates going? Oh my gosh, if I had $1 for every time somebody asked me this question in the last 2 years, I would not be selling real estate anymore. But where are interest rates going? I wish I'd give you the answer. Again, experts are predicting that they're going to get lower throughout the year. We do know that once interest rates get into a under 6% rate, there's proven data out there that the buyer market is going to be swarming to the real estate market because they've been waiting on the sidelines for this to happen and it really hasn't happened. Last year, the Fed said they were gonna make about 6 cuts throughout the year. They have not made 1 cut. They are predicted to do 2 to 3 more cuts by the end of the year. If they do that, we will see interest rates follow behind them and drop. The good thing that is happening is that the 30-year and the 10-year note are separating a little bit, which is going, when that starts to happen, we should start seeing the rates drop. All right, next question we get, are we in a seller's market or a buyer's market? Well, it depends on where you're at. Overall, it feels very balanced, but the technical definition of a seller's market or a buyer's market is this. It's based on how many months of inventory are on the market. What that means is if we stop putting homes on the market, how long would it take the current buyer pool to buy up all the homes? Once it's more than 6 months, then you're looking at a buyer's market. But right now we're sitting at an even 3 months, which means we are still in a slight seller's market. But kind of depends on where you're at. Certain neighborhoods, certain type of homes, certain price points, whatever that might be, some are in a seller's market, meaning, just home last week we listed, we're seeing multiple offers, we're seeing above list price, but then we have some homes that are taking longer to sell. Which one are you? It kind of depends. Really, it's a supply and demand issue. If there's a lot of homes that are like yours that are still sitting on the market and you look just like one of them, well, it's probably gonna take some more time to sit and you may have a hard time finding more buyers, which probably might lean more into that buyer market. But if you bought a home before 2019, you should have a good amount of equity in that home. And the hard part right now is you don't want to give up the equity as a seller, but if you want to sell your house and you don't have something that really stands out, well, it's going to be hard to get as much equity as maybe you want. But short answer, we are technically still in a seller's market, but again, depending on the type of home you have. How much is my home worth? Get that question a lot. Well, it's really hard to give you that answer. You can go to adamsgrouphomevaluation.com. It'll give you an algorithmic answer to that question using our computer software. But if you want a true answer to that, shoot us a comment, shoot us a DM. We'd love to help you figure out what that is. It's really dependent on your home, your neighborhood, the features you have, and unless we put that all information there, it's hard to give you a true home valuation. What's the advice that we have for a buyer and what's the advice we have for a seller in the market we're in today? Advice for a buyer, here's what I would tell you, is yes, interest rates are high, but there's way less competition right now, guys. Way less competition. So listen to what I'm saying. If you're thinking about buying a home, my question is, choose your heart. Would you rather pay less for a home right now but have a higher interest rate, but in a year or two be able to refinance at a much lower interest rate and not have to have the competition of other buyers bidding that price up? Or would you rather have a 1.5%, 2% lower interest rate but have lots of competition and potentially overpay for that home, lots of buyers, waive terms you maybe don't want to waive? That's kind of where you land at. If I was buying today, and again, I'm not saying this is for everybody, if I was buying today, I would be buying now. And then I would take my chances and refinance in another year or two, deal with maybe a little bit higher monthly payment just to be able to get into a price, because right now there's 30% up inventory. You have a lot more homes to pick out of, less homes are being sold. So it's presenting you a great opportunity for you to buy a home at a good price, not a bidding war price. So that would be my suggestion if you are a buyer. If you are a seller, home prices are up 6.8%. 2019 to now, the average appreciation is between 30 and 40% a home. That means you've gained 30, 40% in your value of your home. If you're thinking about selling, how much longer are you willing to wait? If you want to wait another 2-3 years, maybe you can get another 4, 5, 6, 7%. But if you're thinking about moving the next year, no better time than I would say right now to sell. Take the equity while you can. While there isn't a ton of more homes in the market, yes, the inventory's up, but we technically are in a seller's market. And if you for sure have some type of a special niche home that stands out above everybody else, you can expect to get more than the average bear. Well, there is your Houston real estate market report. As always, if I can do anything to help you deliver value, answer any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, DM, whatever it might be, and we'll see you next time on Ryan Real Estate.